All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah, Kodash, Barakathum. The honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to our argument across the globe, teaching the word in truth and sincerity. I want to say Shalom. This I died now from the great millstone camp in Chicago with a lesson. The name of the lesson is going to be along the lines of how these are going to reign in the kingdom. Okay? That's a rhetorical question. All right. The answer is he's not. All right. And the scripture says through the precepts I get understanding. So we're with the lesson is edifying, and we're going to start off with Isaiah 26th chapter and the 10th verse. It says, "Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn of righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, will not behold the majesty of the Lord." All right. And we know who's in the land of Israel right now, the 1948ers. All right. The small hats with the big nose, long nose. All right. You see what a mess he has made in our land. You got Tent City. You have that white steak, which is pork. You see, you have them going around masquerading as if they're the children of the Lord. But what's he over there doing? He's been constantly at war with Ishmael over there, bombing and shelling hospitals, sending mortars to school buildings and bombing trucks and infrastructure, setting Ishmael back decades and decades of development, man. You see? But if he was truly an Israelite or a child of the Lord, or if this was really his kingdom, then where's the peace? Where's King David reigning at? Where's Yahweh Shai? You see? You have a president over there, Benjamin Netanyahu. That don't sound like an Israelite name to me. Nor does he act or resemble an Israelite. You see? So if he's doing this now, right, with the same spirit on him now, how is this gonna change into the kingdom? You see? Because it says in the land of uprightness he would deal unjustly. You see? How they have a large influence on the world stage. You see, they're the biggest welfare state on the planet, and they are not following the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And when we know that they're definitely not living according to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The book is the what's the name of that book? The Talmud, not the Holy Scriptures, you see? So do you really think that Esau Edom is going to have any chance of rulership in the kingdom? Let's get this. I think I just had it on. Oh, yeah. Psalm 94:20 says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, with frame of the mischief by Allah?" You see, you're not going to have Esau Edom reigning alongside of Yahweh Shai, man. All right? It's just not going to happen. You see, the scriptures say when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So you could just look out your window, turn on your news, turn on your read the paper. You see that the people are mourning, man. They're mourning over gas prices. They're mourning over a lack of food. They're mourning over infamy. They're mourning over these mass shootings. You see? You see? So where's the peace that the Lord promised to us? Where's the rest the Lord had promised to us? You see, where's our rulership? Where's our authority? All right? We have the curses are still cleaving into us. So you mean to tell me that this is the heaven that Esau, this is the heaven that you believe Esau is ruling in? Well, Job 9:24 says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. You see? This is Esau's throne. And Yahushua is not reigning alongside of Esau. So what makes you think Esau is going to reign alongside of Yahushua? You see? So Esau's throne is a carnal throne. Yahushua's throne is a throne that's going to last forever, man. All right? And you've seen the fall of this place, man. You've seen the fall of Israel. You've seen the fall of this Edomite rulership, man. All right? There's no way on the Most High's green earth that Esau is going to have any type of rest or breathing room in the kingdom, man. There's no way. In Nahum, it says, in Nahum 1:9, it says, what do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. All right? And these people say, why do the heathen rage in a match? Let's get that real quick. So why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against the anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sits in heaven shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them with his sore displeasure. You see? So you people are trying to plot and try to fight over who's got next, whether it be Russia, China, North Korea. And there is no next. All right, the next rulership is the rulership of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, not Esau. All right, Second Edison says, let's get that. Second 6 and 9. I'm going to start at 8. I'm going to start at 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, and Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, so Esau is the end of the world. There's not going to be no more vying for power and control over the Israelites. That's basically what it is. You see? Okay? After this rulership, after Esau's reign is done, it's the beginning of our reign. It's the beginning of our kingdom. All right? Get back into Nahum. All right, it says, what do you imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end, and affliction shall not rise the second time, as we read in that Psalms. Let's get that. Did I read that? Call it through like this. Psalms 2 and 1, it says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The king of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break the bands asunder, cast away the cord from us. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision, man. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sword of pleasure. You know, and the Lord's going to stop this, man. All right? All right, the Lord said, I'm going to get it too, but my friend, let's just get it now. All right? He said, he will not perform. He said, fill his belly. This is Job 20 and 23. You get to the point. It says, when Job 20 and 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Right, man. And right now, he is the full at his sufficiency, but he is in straits also, man. Can you see that there was all the power, all the money, all the military, all these things that he has prescribed to do unto the people and unto the land. All right, and he's ready to pull the rug from upon the people, man. Ready to flip the switch to a new world order and to reset the economy, man. You see, all right. But look, you also know there's going to be a great resistance. You also seeing the chariots. All right, he's also I'm seeing that these other nations are bucking up against him also. When he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. You see? He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him, man. All right? So the Lord, so you people are, Esau is imagining a thing that's not going to happen, man. The Lord's going to make an utter end of this man. All right? You see? So back in Nahum 1:9 said, what do you imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time, man. All right? There's no more captivity. All right? There's no more being a nigger or a Mexican or Indian. We're all going to be called by our names. We're all going to be living according to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. Hey, more important, we're going to have the word of the Lord engraved in our body, engraved in our mind, man. So we won't be able to go off. You see? Esau doesn't have that promise. He doesn't have that joyfulness coming, man. You see? So how is this man going to get into the kingdom and be a ruler alongside of Jacob, alongside of our Lord? When the Lord said he's going to make an utter end. You see? And affliction will not arise. Because you know if Esau will always be in captivity. We'll always be poor. Living in the projects with the roaches and rats, man. You see? The Revelation 13. And 10, it says, so he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. So who led who in captivity? So you mean to tell me that the Lord is going to allow Esau Edom to oppress us again in his kingdom? You see? And all you got to do is go back into history, read the books, read the articles. Look at the all the monuments all through the South, all through the North, all through the East, all across this land about the pilgrimage and the plight of Gad, the slave ships of the South, the slavery of the South. You see, the trip from West Africa all the way here to the Americas with stops in small islands. With stops in the small islands across the way. your Bermudas and your Jamaicas, your Surinames, your Cubas, your Puerto Ricos, you see? All where we're scattered at is all due to captivity, all right? Which Esau, Edom was the main culprit. Him, Ishmael, the Spaniards, just to name a few, Ham. Psalm 83 will tell you, man. You see? So how the hell is this guy who led the Most High chosen people into captivity gonna be able to have any type of luxuries in the kingdom, man? You see? So Isaiah it said, for the Lord will have mercy. I'm going to start at 1, Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them, and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, man. You see? All right? So when did this happen? This is a future prophecy. All right? This is one of the things that we're looking forward to. All right? Is that we're going to lead these people and rule over them just like how they have done us, man. All right? Let's let you know that the people over there in Israel are just dogs running around without a leash, man. Without an owner. Guess what? Hey, your owner's coming back. All right, we're coming back home. All right, and we're going to put you dogs in chains, man. Back on the leash where you belong. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Man, you think the Lord wanted to put his back in that situation, man? You see, it is a great pleasure to give us the kingdom, man. You see, but the Lord is going to take that yoke. All right, we don't have a physical yoke, but we got a mental yoke upon our people. He's going to take that away, man. All right, no more waking up at the crack of dawn. No more working overnights and 2 and 3 jobs and getting paid minimum wage and risking your life for a couple of dollars, man. You see? No more worrying about going to a basketball game and getting shot up. Hopping in your car even though you're legit and the police hop behind you. No fear of carjackings. No evil eye against your brother, man. You see? The Lord is going to take all of this away from us, man. All right? Okay? So let's keep on reading. It says, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. All right? So who had continued dominion and rulership over the nations, man? Starting with the 12 tribes. It's Esau, Edom. Where did he have showed that he had mercy or showed some remorse? Or showed some concern or love for you, man. But yet he has constantly beat you down. He has constantly put obstacles and roadblocks in your way. At every opportunity he has, he'll try to decimate you, to annihilate you, to cut you off from even being a people. Private prisons, police brutality, miseducation, feed you disinformation, GMO foods. You see, pitting our brothers and sisters against us, your wife, your children against you, man. Taking away the resources, exaggerated the resources of these other nations, of the other lands. Gave Gad smallpox, ran their food source off of cliffs. You see, he has went forth doing all his pleasure, man, doing everything that he wanted to do, man. You see, created, the head of the EU, the head of the UN. You see? He said he sits on. He said he sits on top of the nations, man, top of the mountains, man. You see? Hey, but the Lord is going. But the Lord is going to get him, man. All right. That's enough on that. Salakia. Let's get this. Psalm 149. Psalm 149 and 6 is let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword of the hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. You see, it says people. You see, that is Esau, Edom, man. All right, the other nations are going to get it too. To bind the king with chains and the nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. His honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord, man. All right, and that's what we're waiting for, man. All right, those people over there who are claiming to be the real Israelites, the real J word, if they're not, man. All right, the Lord has purposed that place to get destroyed. All right, and you nations who have oppressed us, your mighty ones, your rich ones, they're going straight into captivity, man. All right. Straight in the chains. Isaiah 49. Isaiah 49:22 says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles, and set up my standard to the people. And they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered? For thus saith the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. I will contend with him that contendeth with thee, and I will save thy children. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, that shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, Yahweh, am thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob, man." All right, so the Lord will snatch us out of the mouth of these, out of the predators, man. You see? All right, we're going to be delivered. We're going to be captives no more, man. You see? But for this man to even for you people to even think that this man has any chance of redemption or salvation, man, you're going to get the same judgment as Esau Edom, man. All right, this is the judgment. This is Revelation 18 or 1 and 8, or it's like Obadiah 1 and 18. The house of Jacob shall be a fire, the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it, man. That's the judgment written. All right. No, Esau will not be in the kingdom reigning. All right. So with that, I'm going to say, call halal, Yahweh me outside. Go on to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. To that time, shalom and a blah, blah, blah.